Hey guys, and welcome to another modding showcase. Today I'm showcasing RAGDAS WCW vs NWO World Tour 9 Underground ROM hack. Now, there needs to be a few things stated right here at the beginning because this is very important. So this is a ROM hack, but this does not run on console, okay? This is an exception to the rule. Okay, so every other ROM hack that you try to play on EverDrive or Summer Cart, it will run on console, but this mod will not. This ROM hack does not run on console because this is WCW vs NWO World Tour pushed to its absolute limit. Now I know that is disappointing for people. I know that people might be confused on that because, as I said, every other ROM hack does work on console, but this one does not. And if we knew the problem, if we were able to isolate the problem, obviously we would go after it and make it playable. But for right now, this is a ROM hack that is not available to play on console. So, very, very important for the people who go on the likes of AliExpress and buy carts and that kind of thing. Now, I don't agree with that practice, obviously, because those profits do not go back to the modders. But if you see this on websites like AliExpress, if you buy a cart of this, it will not run. Please do not do this. Please, 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 please do not do this, okay? So I really wanted to hammer home that point and make it clear. So it is a ROM hack, but it is the only ROM hack that does not run on console because this is pushed to its absolute limit and we haven't been able to isolate whatever the problem is. Will that change in the future? I hope so, but I'm not entirely sure. But please, do not be scammed. Do not buy this for a cart. It will not run. For the love of God, save your money. So, if you're unfamiliar with RAGDA's work, RAGDA has done mods such as Salvo, Summit, Revengy, and Le Fond du Tour. They're all fantastic ROM hacks, and they're all, the basic theme of all of RAGDA's work is to show what is possible when it comes to ROM hacks. This is no exception. So there's going to be people who look at this mod and say, what's going on with it? Why did you do this? Why not use Virtual Pro Wrestling 64? And I get it, but this is just to show you what is capable, what is possible. So, for example, someone might take this concept and say, hey, I really like what you did with 9 Underground, but I'm gonna take it and add more WCW people. Or someone might look at what RAGDA did with Le Femme du Tour, and someone is going to take that and say, oh, I'd like even more WWF people on that. So it's to show you what is possible, what can be done in terms of ROM hacking. And I think this is going to set, how can I say that properly? I think this, in the grand scheme of things, this is going to be really, really important. Some people might not agree and might not see it at this, but I really think that this kind of work done by the likes of RAGDA is going to be the foundation for a lot of cool projects and the next generation of ROM hacking. Now, let's get on to it because I've talked enough about the serious stuff. Let's get into 9 Underground. So where did the name come from? So I was actually talking to RAGDA about this, and the name comes from the fact that he was listening to a lot of 6 Underground while making this. So I thought that was quite interesting because I think it's cool to learn about the names of the mods and where they come from. So what has been added, what has been changed, what has been sacrificed? As I said, if you look at the README, you'll get really detailed explanations of everything and far more logical, coherent explanations instead of my ramblings. But I'm going to go through the roster here and I'm going to tell you what's been added. But 9 Underground, 9 new wrestlers without sacrificing anything. So I don't really know if people really grasp how huge that is, but we were able to get 9 wrestlers in here without having to sacrifice slots. So we've expanded the roster of WCW vs NWO World Tour, and I do believe that SK Styles is going to do the same thing, if not something similar, to Virtual Pro Wrestling 64. Now I don't know if it's going to be 9 wrestlers, but I know it's going to be at least the 7 hidden wrestlers, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, check out the thread by Freen. He showcased it before on his Twitter, all the wrestlers that were missing from Virtual Pro Wrestling 64. So anyways, without further ado, let's go into this. So your standard WCW vs NWO World Tour roster, we have the likes of Lex Luger. He has all his 4 costumes, the Narcissist stuff, the WWF stuff, which I always thought was cool that they included. We have the Stinger himself in his early Crow gear, but also his 1996 run when he grew out his hair. I think it's really cool that we had that represented in the game, because I actually like Sting a lot during then. I think him and Luger, with Luger being a dickhead behind Sting's back as a tag team, I think it was fantastic stuff. The Giant, we also have Scott Steiner and Rick Steiner, of course. We have Ric Flair, we have Ultimo Dragon, we have Dean Malenko, Eddie Guerrero. Now, one of the first things that you'll notice here that might be different is we have Black Tiger 2, and the Black Tiger body type is a bit chunkier than Eddie's, here for comparison. This is put in because this was the way they intended to put it in originally, according to RAGDAS from early screenshots, and based on his what would I say there? Based on his research on the game and going through the files, this is what Eddie would have looked like, and they would have also had another palette for him that would have been red. Rey Mysterio, Chris Benoit, who has actually a different face from Virtual Pro Wrestling 64. I never would have known that if Ragda didn't point that out to me. Lord Steven Regal. Now you have your unlockables like DDP, Wrath, Glacier, and here's one of the first wrestlers that is added, that is Andre the Giant and the Gigant, which is very, very cool. On to the next page, we have Hogan, NWO Sting, Buff Bagwell, Eric Bischoff, Scott Norton, Hall and Nash, the Outsiders, Six, Macho Man Randy Savage, and we have Masahiro Chono, and we have Great Muta titled Bad Blood. Now you might be wondering, why does it say Chono? But why does it say Bad Blood for the Great Muta? So Chono, based on beta footage, I think it's up on wrestling video games, but there's also screenshots too. It seems that Chono was intended for the game originally, so Ragda gave him his name, while he used Bad Blood, the fake names, for World Tour to keep in the theme of the fake names. So as you'll see here, you still have Somo Joe instead of Tenryu, you have Siberia instead of Dr. Betsy Williams, Blackheart instead of Tarzan Goda, and so on and so forth. So you have all your FMW and All Japan and War favorites here. Of course, you've got Powder Keg, Samson Fuyuki, you've got Jado and Gaito, we've got Abdullah the Butcher as Saladin, Alibaba as Sheik, and we also have Danny Fang Jr. as Dory Funk, and Major Tom and Terry Funk, so that's cool to have them in there. We also have Black Ninja, Shaolin. I think there's an unused head here. Yes, to make that from Virtual Pro Wrestling 64, so you have your Hakushi or Jinsei Shinzaki, whichever you want to go on with. Now, when it comes to Hayabusa and Super Delphin, I believe they make use of palettes that are not accessible originally in World Tour, but they're in Virtual Pro Wrestling 64, so he's made use of those alternates there, which is quite cool. Also have Grandi Nawa, Name the Claw, which is, I really like these portraits at the end of the day too, they look quite nice. Dick Togo, Taka, of course, Shuji Takano, Yoshiaki Fujiwara. Who else do we have here? We have Abispa, which is, of course, Jushin Thunder Liger. This is what he was intended to look like to avoid some licensing issues. And, of course, he's called Abispa, which is his name in WCW versus the World. La Mascarade, which is Mil Mascaras, and Dos Cared, which was also Dos Caras. And then I think our final page, which we have Joe Bruiser, Muhammad Ali, Black Widow, Mananai Toyota, and The Discloser, which would have been the Destroyer, of course. So 9 new characters. No slot sacrifice, but some attire slot sacrifice, so you'll see some oddities, I suppose, like this Scott Steiner and Rick Steiner just in generic green. And you can see here, or the NWO guys might share, I think Hogan, Hall, and Nash are considered the same size or same height in the game, so they'll have a lot of overlapping stuff there. So they'll have, they'll all be in black there, and their glasses. So, all in all, 9 new characters. There's logic and reasoning behind all of that. Go into that by checking the README. I don't remember the exact reasons. There's a lot of information in the README, don't blame me. But there is logic behind each choice, and again, this ROM hack is to show what's possible, what could be done. You might want more WCW people, you might want to do something with Le Fonda Tour and add in more WWF people, so the next step, the next generation of ROM hacking, I imagine, will use this as a base. It's like the SK editions of GM Spectre's work. That's the best way to think about it. You have this as a base, and you go, I like that, but I want to change it to my own thing. So I imagine the next people who build upon this, they will use it as a base, and they will create really cool stuff. That's the hope anyway. So obviously you want to see the new characters. I think in terms of moves that have been imported, there are 62 animations. So I think a safe bet to go with is probably to go with Muda and Jushin Liger, because there's going to be a lot of moves added in for both of them. This is on the highest difficulty as well, so don't be surprised if I struggle. If you're wondering why they don't have any portraits, again, the game was pushed to its limit. There is no space left for extra stuff, so this is a sacrifice, but I don't mind. Look, it's portraits at the end of the day. It's not stuff that you're going to lose your mind over. This ring skirt right here is a sight for sore eyes, I'll tell you that much. But again, this is based off beta screenshots, beta footage. This is what it was originally going to look like, so RAGDAS recreated it. So as you can see there, 9 characters. There's one of the moves imported. He hits me with a copy kick straight off the bat. I mean, that's what you want to see. So highest difficulty here. As always, this game is torturous on the highest difficulty, because once the CPU gets it in their mind that they're going to reverse everything, it just becomes a reversal fest. But really cool to have this again. And oh, that's the mask ripping animation. Okay, so now I'm curious to see what happens if I do in fact rip his mask off. That's actually something quite interesting. But yeah, I think as I said before, 9 underground, 9 new wrestlers without sacrificing any roster slots. I think that's quite the achievement when it comes to it, and I think that maybe people won't see truly how cool this is until someone takes the concept and tries to do something different with it, or tries to build upon, I don't know, some sort of ROM hack idea. But at the end of the day, I think we need projects like this to show what's possible, because it will inspire people to do other things with it. And I think that this is a real achievement. Like, this wasn't possible. Think of how much has happened in terms of ROM hacks in the last couple of years. Like, at one point we just had Freem Edition. Now we have so many projects. I mean, I've started listing them off in the comment section of the videos, and the list is going longer and longer. We have stuff from Ragda alone. We have 4 to 5 projects now. This is the second one for World Tour. We have stuff from Randy that's coming. That's always looking quite amazing, and each and every day. There's always new updates with ECW, Born to be Wired, or No Mercy Plus continues to be impressive. We of course have had Freem Edition, which I'm sure there'll be another version of that coming at some point, because it'll always be one of my favorites. You have the All Japan 64 stuff, you have Ray's Virtual Pro Wrestling 2, and you have SK Style stuff, you have KWG's Project Neon. Like, there's so many to choose from now, and I just think that I really think that it's great. I'm so disappointed in a way that this doesn't run, because it's really going to be, I really hope that people do listen to the first part of that video and do realize that it doesn't run on console, because just to see comments from people saying, oh, I bought this off AliExpress, or I got this, or someone sold me this and it doesn't run, that would really break my heart. And I know it would affect Ragda too, so I'm hoping that we can really avoid that situation. Ooh, I don't remember that animation, but that looked cool. Yeah, but I really hope we're able to avoid that, because obviously there's so many people now. Well, people are starting to change. I really think people are starting to grasp the idea that when I do put ROM hack in the title, that it does run on console. So now to have something that doesn't run on console, it's going to get confusing for people, and I just hope that they really take on board what I said at the start of it, because it's really important. Oh, he's bleeding. Okay, so instead of ripping the mask off, because it must have been exclusive to Virtual Pro Wrestling 64, but very cool. Okay, so I ripped his mask off and made him bleed. That's pretty sick. And this Muda attire is pretty sick as well. I really like it. The Liger one with the all ginger, it kind of works. It fits with the head. Oh my god, he's gonna Liger bomb me. Oh, stealing my finisher? Possibly. That might be set to whatever my finisher is, just choking me out like that. Liger would never. Maybe he's morphing into Kishin Liger. Regardless, I am looking like death here. The Romero special. I wonder if the Romero special is imported. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say, like, I think Ray or Eddie might have it. But still cool to see. Still very cool to see. The mist is in here. Now, whether I hit it or not on this difficulty, I'll be honest with you, it's not looking great here, because Jushin Liger has gone into God mode and is just beating the piss out of me. Oh no! Okay, sorry. Thought I was going to lose there. That would not be good. I think I can choke him out. Oh wow, he's just dodging everything. Oh, he's going to choke me out. This is embarrassing. This is not good. I'm in the ropes. Oh, I've been choked out. Okay, fair enough, Liger. That's the way it is. That's the way it goes sometimes. So I didn't get to show the miss, but I showed a lot of his important moves. And I think I will be able to show, at least I'll be able to show some of the Funk's imported moves. So here we go. So we've got, where are we? We've got Terry and Dory, some All Japan classics, but they've turned up here in FMW and they're going to beat the piss out of Atsushi Onita and the ace of FMW that Onita would never ever endorse, the Hayabusa. So let's do this. We'll go here, format, tag format. No tag match rules, 1 out rule. Ah, okay, very interesting. Ring out counts? No. Lumberjack. No rope breaks. Let's just beat each other up. Major Tom, Danny Fang Jr., Pateka, and Hannibal. Hanabero. I think it was Hanabero in WCW vs. the World. I must go back and make footage of that. I haven't recorded a lot of that. I must check it out sometime. He also has like scars on his chest. I never noticed that before. Of course, Terry Funk in his red and white. Danny Fang Jr. Great name. Why wasn't he called? Oh, straight in. So yep, I'll show more important animations here as I can. Hopefully as I can. I'll just beat up here Atsushi Onita, which is nothing new for Terry. I do think he has his punch in combination too as a finisher, but yeah, playing on the highest difficulty might not have been the smartest choice from me, but as you know, that's what I record all my videos on, so it is what it is. It is what it is, and you can go through all the leagues function, and there's also an unlock all characters code if you don't want to do that, but some people enjoy going through it. If you're one of those people, by all means go through, unlock everyone, do your thing. If you're like me and you want to make a quick video on everything, you can just use the code, and if you don't know what the code is, I can always put it in the comments. You just have to ask. And that goes for anything as well. If you ever see a call save or anything that I put up on the channel, don't hesitate to contact me, because I'm always open to that kind of stuff. Sometimes I might respond a bit slowly, but that's because of the way my viewers are mostly American and I am in Europe. So when you're awake or when you're busy during the day, I am probably asleep. But yes, if there's ever saves you want, or if you ever want just a save that has everything, don't hesitate to contact me. It's very easy. I'll send it over Discord, or I'll send it in the comments. But I really wish that I wasn't getting my ass kicked here by Hayabusa, because that would make things a lot easier. But it is a really cool attire to have in there as well, the purple. I wish we had the brown from like... I wish a proper brown existed in the palette of colors, because I hear you. Here's the spinning toe hold, because obviously Hayabusa's most famous attire is that brown attire that he wore at the big May 5th show with Onita and everything, and he wore it for a lot of big matches. So it's a shame not to have that represented in these games. I don't think I've actually seen a mod for it, and in anything, not even in King Coliseum. Which makes me laugh as well. I was just thinking there, you know, we have all these mods, or so many of them. How amazing would it be to have like a mod for Wrestle Kingdom, or Wrestle Kingdom 2? That would be so cool. Like, I know I don't think people have found where the models are yet, but to have a mod that changes the attires now, of course, some of those legends never wore anything different, like Shinya Hashimoto or something, but yeah, I think with the texture replacement on PS2, I think we could take advantage of that. I think something could be done there. That could be really, really cool too. In terms of attires in this game though, or for its Japanese counterpart, Virtual Pro Wrestling 64, there's so much to choose from. And there's so much good stuff in there. I think it's absolutely awesome. Like, it's amazing how much stuff they nailed. The attention to detail, the animations. Like, I remember the first time I discovered this game, I was like, so yeah, I started playing AKI games right before college. So I was either 17 or 18. And I imported Virtual Pro Wrestling 64. The way I had to do it was I had to have a passport. Was it a passport plus? It was a Passport Plus version 3 converter. It's the only way it would run for me, because the Passport Plus 1 it wouldn't run, so I had to buy another one off eBay, and that's how I played it for the first time. It was awesome. I was so impressed. I was like, this game, 97, they're doing like sunset flips from the apron. Like, I didn't know. I don't think they still struggle to have that in the modern games. Like, I was so impressed. And the reversals, like I think one of the first matches I did was Muda versus Tenru. I went for a power bomb and he misted me in the face. Like, reversed it straight off the bat, misted me in the face. I was like, damn, this is good shit. And still to this day, like, I still think that they're some of my favorite stuff. I hate the mocap stuff of the 2K series. I understand there's so many wrestlers and that they can't possibly do animations unique to everyone, but it just feels so stale. It just feels so stiff at times. And there's the punching combination if you didn't see it in the background. And there's the spinning toe hold. The Funks win. Awesome. He was tapping. He wasn't. They said I won it, and he wasn't even tapping. That's how strong Terry Funk is. Terry Funk is a game breaker. So right, that's Liger, Muta, and then I showed the two. Okay, so maybe one more. A handicap match in this game. My God. 4 wrestlers in the ring simultaneously in a survivor match. Okay, how many have I showed? I've shown 4. There's 9. We'll go for it. 1 player, 3 CPU? Yes. That works for me. So who's left? We have Mil Mascaras, Dos Caras, the Destroyer, Andre, and who's the other one I'm forgetting? Chono. Okay, well these guys all seem like they're from a certain era. So who would be the most fun to play as? Just murder people as Andre? Murder people as Andre. Why not? The Destroyer. Oh, and you might be wondering too if these guys have any alternate costumes. They only have one, and again, pushing the ROM hack to its absolute limit here, so 1 attire per person, but I'm not upset about it. I mean, as I said, if you take the concept and apply more WCW people, or you took Levant de Tour and you added in more WWF people, if they only had 1 attire, it wouldn't be the end of the world to me. So here we go. Here's some international flavor to this one. TKO might help for this one. Right, here we go then. Andy the Gigant, Le Mascara, The Discloser, and Dos Caras. Good stuff. Let's go. Awesome. Makes me think of Bulldog. Ooh. The Destroyer. Awesome wrestler. All awesome wrestlers in this match, to be honest. Well, look how far he is in the middle of the ring. Look at this. How is this going to start? He's just going to whop me straight away. Wow, he walked into that one. Get a bit of Lucha Libre in there. Okay, Andre. If we could connect, that would be great. Oh, there it is. There's a big boot. Boom. To the floor. Not many Battle Royals or Fatal 4-Ways you see back in the day. Oh, all ganging up on Andre. Good strategy here. I don't think it's going to work out. Nothing works out against me. Russian leg sweep. So yeah, now since the concept has been established of 9 Underground, who would you like to have seen put in here? Ow, Destroyer. Who would you have wanted from Virtual Pro Wrestling 64 ported over? Would you wanted more people who'd competed in WCW? Would you go for that sort of international flavor? Would you have made your own characters and added in the likes of Rick Rude? And get a bit of WCW International going on there, a bit of Barry Windham, that kind of thing. Would you wanted more New Japan people to just recreate those matches? More a bit of Hiroshi Tenzan, made a custom Kojima, had a bit of WCW versus NWO going on in there. What would have done? I'd love to know who you would have added or what way you would have gone about it, because I see a lot of discussion. You know, I've seen discussion for Levant de Tour saying they want more WWF guys. I've seen people just want a version of World Tour that is just all WCW people. So who would you add? Who do you feel is missing? Let me know in the comments, because I always read the comments and I'm always interested to see how people see the same hacks, the same ROMs, the same mods that I play. In terms of who I would have wanted if I was going to customize it, I probably would have wanted Dungeon of Doom people. I know that might be a shock to some people and say, why would you want that? I was like, I see it still as like a representation of like early 96 WCW. You know, you have the perfect Sting to team with Lex Luger, so I'd put in Harlem Heat. I'd put in the Road Warriors in the blue, and I'd have Kevin Sullivan, I'd have the Shark, and I'd have the Zodiac in there. That's probably the way I'd go about it, because I'm a fan of that period, and I don't think it's covered a lot. And so I think that would be really, really cool to have if I was going to add them in. So Dungeon of Doom, everyone from the Dungeon of Doom, Harlem Heat, the Road Warriors, like get more tag teams in there. I think that would be really, really nice. And I'd probably change a few body types if I had the skill to do so. For example, Ric Flair, I always think they made Ric Flair look absolutely massive, and I probably would change that if I was modding. I was doing it. But I actually had a cool discussion with Ragda about because he's someone who would want everything to work. You know, everything would have to, in terms of the story, like if you've ever played a Summit, you know, there's a story, the dialogue in the season mode is changed to accommodate the story. Like it's all very Mortal Kombat like, and I think it's great. So when we were talking about it and I was saying, oh, I'd probably add this, or I'd want more WCW people in, he's like, I don't know if it all fits. And I was like, okay, fair enough. But I don't know how many people play. I don't know how many people play ROM hacks for season mode. I know that when it comes to mods, there are questions people ask, and they say, "Oh, does the story mode still work?" And you know, it's usually taken out, or all the dialogue options would have to be changed, and that kind of thing. So they don't touch it. But I'm always curious to see what the ratio is to people who play it and people who don't, because I never looked at a mod and say, oh, I want to do that. I did it for Summit, and I did it for Project Outsider because of the amount of work that went into it to change it. I thought was tremendous. So I knew I was going to go and search that out. But the other ones, I don't know. If it was really changed, would I really go out of my way to search it? I can't grab him here. Oh my god! Oh, snap German. Hello, Destroyer. Boom! Oh, come on, I was right in his face. There's no way. Oh, reversal. Come on, Andre, don't tap. Don't tap. Good. I just stand back here in the background and flex. Pretty cool Andre attire. Makes me sad to think of him then, though. You know, if he had his hair grown out like that and he's in that kind of singlet, it makes me think of when he was teaming with Baba and he could barely move. But there is a tremendous sell job from Demolition when they have that match where it's Andre and Baba versus Demolition, and they are fantastic in that match. They bump all around for everything. They make them look like $1 million, which they should. You know, it's a dance in there when you're wrestling. You don't make the other guy look bad. Or at least you shouldn't make the other guy look bad. Coconut Crush. The abdominal stretch. A fantastic maneuver. With no downsides. Everyone's hurting now. We're one step away from a knockout. And Mil Mascaras is still trying to get in the ring. He's very bitter about what happened in the first out. If this was a real match, no way would he be doing the job. He'd find a way to beat Andre. I'd say Destroyer would probably be the first out, then Mascaras, and then Andre. But I don't know. I don't know if Mil respected Andre. I'm not sure. Anything's possible when it comes to these legends, but yeah, Mil was quite the I don't want to work with you kind of person. Oh, a side headlock takedown for the win. Oh, sidewalk slam from Andre. Oh, beautiful dropkick. Oh, he's locked in animation there. Oh, he blocked it. I'm staying away from him. What is this? He's leaving the ring. Oh, that's just showing off. There is no need for that. He's bleeding. Sharp shooter. Scorpion deathlock. He's in trouble. There's blood everywhere. Snap German from Andre. Really? Stealing my pin like that? Oh my god, come here. Boom! Snap German. Oh! Oh wow, he survived that. Oh my god. That's sick. Who gave Andre this finisher? Why is he doing this to people? Hitting screwdrivers, hitting sit out, tombstone pile drivers. Oh, that could be me knocked out. Coconut crush. Why did I... Oh, that's it. Sorry. Being an idiot here. Not using one of my knockout moves. This should knock him out. Choke slam. Choke slam. Wow, Destroyer survived it twice. I smoked him twice and he survived it. Oh, too early. There's a chokeslam, that should do it. If he, oh my god, I can't knock him out. Well, I'll just knock him out then. Oh, you piece of shit. Oh my goodness. Come on, Andre. This is unfair. Fight among yourselves. I don't want any part of this. Seriously? Seriously? Please be knocked out. Please. Ah, yes. Yes. Oh, Mascaras, you fool. Just gonna slam him repeatedly. Come on. Okay, he just doesn't want to sell. 3 in a row, my goodness. Andre, 4 in a row. This is such spammage. He's gonna make me tap. He's actually gonna make me tap. Giant headbutt. Look at them just trying to pace into the ring. Oh no! Oh my goodness! No, never mind. AI wasn't too bad this video, I think. Usually when I record these videos I get scared for World Tour or Virtual Pro Wrestling 64 because the matches go way too long. And they just go on forever. It's almost impossible to beat the AI, but I think here with TKOs on and everything, I think they've been quite kind to me. Apart from the first match. That didn't go too well. He's just going to keep spamming that stupid submission, isn't he? Big club and blow. I don't have a Boston Crab. Now look, here's the thing, he just blocks everything and builds up the spirit bar. Here we go, here's this part. I just said that it was not too bad this video. And here it comes. Yeah, he's just gonna reverse everything. I'm dead. But of course I'm gonna kick out of everything. He hasn't done enough damage to me. But I'm dead. There's no way I can beat him. Yeah, well, here we go. Just gonna drag out this video now. Oh, that's so unfair. I had him. Can't no-sell that. Yeah, keep trying. How did I miss? Oh. Oh, no way. Okay, that was pretty cool. But can you stop, please? Stop with your fan. Oh, can't get him up. Suplex. Did they even have that animation in the 2K stuff? Like, I really felt that there wasn't a reversal like that for a long, long time. I can't see it in Here Comes the Pain or anything. Oh my god, just stop, please. Think about it now, how many times has he reversed me in a row? And for the last 2 minutes, it's just been torture. Stop with this stupid submission. Just tap Andre, please. No, I don't think you can tap from that. Oh my god. Mascaras. Absolutely man possessed here. I might as well just stop playing, he's just beating me up. I can't do anything. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, fair play. So out of 3 matches, I lost 2. Not a very good record. But that is RAGDAS 9 Underground, a ROM hack for WCW NWO World Tour. So just to reiterate any points that I've made before I end the video, this is a ROM hack, but it is unique in the sense that it does not run on console. So if you try to play this on your EverDrive, if you try to play this on your Summer Card, if someone tries to sell you a cart of this, please do not do it. Please do not buy it. It will not work. In terms of what this ROM hack has achieved, it's shown that it's possible to add characters to WCW or NWO World Tour without losing slots. I think that's very valuable. I think it's worth checking out this ROM hack, even if you don't care for the inclusions. I think the significance of this ROM hack should not be lost on people. I think this is a really important step, and I think when it comes to the next generation of people who are going to do ROM hacks, I think that they're going to use this as their base. So fair play, congratulations to RAGDAS once again on a fantastic release. The patcher is in the link, or the patcher is in the link. The patcher link is in the description of the video. Again, I'll answer any questions that I can, but the most important thing is that please do not get scammed and buy a cart of this, as it will not work for you. But this has been another episode of Modding Showcase. I'm Sean O'Connor, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.